Hi, I'm going to show you how to view your inventory and the resupply calculation. From the kits page, we can toggle on the expiration date of a kit. The expiration date will turn orange once it falls within the Do Not Include buffer value. From the inventory page, we can view the current inventory. This includes all kits in an available or quarantined status. On Order will show any kits already requested in a shipment. Kits at the site within the Do Not Include buffer are still in an available status, but will not count towards the current inventory. We can toggle on the Expiring column to view the kits that will need to be replaced. Let's navigate to the Sites page. When a site is set to Static or Predictive Automatic Shipments, the RTSM system will generate a new shipment based on the applicable resupply settings. We can view the resupply calculation or past resupply calculations from the site's task menu. Here we can view an example of a static resupply calculation, including the current date and last shipment date. If your site has a minimum days between shipments set in the resupply settings, then the earliest next shipment date will reflect this number of days from the last shipment date. The actual site inventory will show all available and quarantined kits physically at the site. The virtual inventory will exclude any kits that fall within the Do Not Include buffer applicable to the site and will additionally include any kits that are on order to the site. We can see the Do Not Include date here. This is today's date, plus the Do Not Include buffer value of 42 days. We can see the virtual inventory for kit type A is below the alert level of 4. If any kit types are at or below the alert level, then a shipment will be triggered. The shipment may not trigger if there is a minimum number of days between shipments set and the minimum days has not been reached yet. The system will generate a shipment to bring the virtual site inventory up to the baseline supply based on each kit type. Here we can see that we need 15 more Type A kits to bring the inventory from 1 to the baseline supply of 16 kits. We will need 14 Type B kits to bring the inventory from 2 to 16. In this example, the shipment will not be automatically generated until July 26th. If necessary, we can force the shipment earlier by clicking the checkbox and create the shipment. The Do Not Ship date is also displayed. This date is based on today's date, plus the applicable Do Not Ship buffer of 62 days. The system will not include any kits in the shipment that have an expiration date that is prior to the Do Not Ship date. If a site is using predictive resupply, then we will be able to view a more complex resupply calculation. We can see the static resupply calculation on the left. The static settings will work in tandem with the predictive settings to calculate the resupply needed. The predictive calculation is based off of the predictive assumptions. The system will include subjects' visits from the earliest expected visit date within the lookout period. The system will use the latest visit date along with the applicable Do Not Ship offset value to calculate when kits should not be shipped for the visit. The system will add the trigger days plus lead days to the current date to display the trigger plus lead date. The target plus lead will also display with the target days plus lead days after the current date. These dates are used to look ahead in the upcoming scheduled visits of existing subjects. The upcoming scheduled visits will display the quantity for each kit type needed of the predicted visits. The Do Not Ship offset date will also display. This is the predicted visit date plus the applicable Do Not Ship offset value. We can see that these dates are displayed in blue. This is because the Do Not Ship offset date of September 3rd is before the Do Not Include date of September 7th. To prevent the system from immediately requesting a replacement shipment due to the expiration date falling within the Do Not Include window, The system will instead use the Do Not Ship buffer to calculate the Do Not Ship date. The trigger quantities will include the alert level supply based on kit type and any predicted kits needed up to the trigger plus lead date of August 15th. The virtual site inventory for kit type A is below the trigger quantity. A shipment will be triggered to bring the virtual site inventory up to the target quantities for all kit types. The target quantities for each kit type displayed will include the baseline supply and the predicted kits for upcoming scheduled visits up to the target plus lead date of August 22nd. The virtual inventory is 4 Type A kits. 8 more kits are needed to bring the quantity up to the target of 12 kits. For kit Type B, the virtual site inventory is 8 kits. We need 2 more kits to have a total target of 10 kits. Your study may use weighting in the resupply calculation to maintain the blind. When only one kit type will be generated in a shipment, the RTSM will use weighting to assign an additional kit based off of a randomly generated number. The number corresponds to the kit type that will be assigned to the shipment. Congratulations! You have completed this course and may now continue to the next RTSM e-learning course.